Previously on PolyArmoury.
Having eaten and had a nice rest, what would you like to do with the day?
Go to Calvernia, find out about Vile, and now probably the subplot of ask Aurora, why are you alive? You're alive.
Yeah, think so.
Where were you?
I got captured by slavers for a really long time, and frankly, they kept me so malnourished, I didn't have the energy to fight my way free. And then eventually, I got sold to the mayor. And I think you know what happened after that. Having pulled the drawers out, you realised there was more in that bottom drawer that you had not explored.
Then let's.
You find a purple crystal rod. It's about a foot long and about maybe 1.5 inches in diameter, sort of hexagonal along, coming to a point at either end. And as you hold it up to the light, it sort of seems to have like imperfections through it that ripple with a sort of purple shade. Look, it's been lovely to see you, right? But I need to fly. I've been cooped up in that bubble thing for a long time, and I need to fly. It's lovely to see you.
As soon as she's out of sight, Dusty just starts crying, but he's very stoic about it. Everyone can pretend to not notice while he pretends they haven't noticed.
Is everyone pretending they haven't noticed?
Brilmara's not. Brilmara's giving big hugs.
Aww.
Oh, Dee would have until the hugs happen. So then the head pats and the hugs and the group hug comes in.
You're progressing on, the scene fades to black as all of your eyes are slowly drooping, and the next thing you know, you're awaking feeling like you've got like nasty mouth.
Ugh.
Like Night on the Tiles mouth. You're sitting in a tavern. There are like empty tankards on the table, a few patches of spilt ale.
It turns out this was all a drunken dream we had on the bar.
How many
It's a
Ganleys?
No Ganleys. No one else at all, actually.
This is a terrible pub. There are no Ganleys.
It feels like archetype country pub, but there's definitely something not right about it. There is something slightly uncanny.
Dusty's going to pick her up at eye level and do like a little squint at her tattoos. Do the tattoos look different?
Little bit.
Brilmara, your tattoos, they're all wrong.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like we're asleep or drugged or something's going on.
You're in some kind of town. It's very, very late at night, seemingly. There's dark purple clouds in the sky that seems to be bubbling. It looks like it's rained recently. There's lots of like large puddles in the road. It's just a mud path that runs through this town. So you turn around, start shoving them back towards the pub, and the door's gone.
Oh, great.
Oh, cool! That's what I want in my life.
Suddenly there are no doors anywhere. Dusty, you're very much into the earth stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you feel it in the ground around you. It's like hundreds of feet are running towards you. Like you can feel the da-dum on the ground. The general sound of howling is mixed in now with some sort of snarling noises and like almost like barks, but not quite, or not made by any kind of canine that you've ever encountered. There are hundreds, thousands of these four-legged creatures running towards you in this giant, slavering, horrifying mass. Giant teeth, just like yellow eyes that you're starting to see, almost glowing. Like you can see saliva hanging from jaws. Dusty, you grab the other two by the hand and like start legging it, and they don't quite manage to get their feet under them in time, and they trip and slip out of your hands, and you just do this wide-legged sprint across a puddle. The other two go face first into it, and from your point of view, you're going down and down and down into the water.
Oh no.
If you can spin your body around, you can see the night sky above you with the ripples of the surface of the water.
Oh no. Swim to the surface. Doggy paddle as fast as I can.
Okay, so you get to the surface. Tonk tonk. You can't get through the surface of the water.
Oh, fuck.
And you can feel your lungs filling with water. And you're just pushing on this portal into the world above you. What's Dusty doing?
Desperately trying to get them out of the puddle.
You're hammering on the puddle from above, and it feels like these creatures are like almost on top of you now. good evening and welcome to Stone Monkey Radio and Curiosity Epidemic's PolyArmoury. We're back. I say back, we're underwater.
That's not a good place for us to be at the start of this episode. That's a bad place.
Yeah, stop it. Get out.
So Dusty is hammering on a puddle. Dee and Brilmara are drowning. Brilmara, can I get a stress roll, please?
How am I dealing with the stress of being underwater? 20!
Fucking hell.
I am holding this down remarkably well.
Remarkably well. Okay,
It's like above ground, but wet.
there's just this weird calm that washes over you.
Oh no, that's bad. Stop being calm.
I am too stressed to be stressed. I can't process what's occurring.
Yeah, like your primal body has taken over,
Yeah.
and you're not in like autism stress mode. You're in I need to get out from under this water mode.
I'm in mental shutdown from trauma mode. Body will get me out. Brain is gone.
Brain is bye-bye. The dogs are getting closer and closer and closer. Dusty, you're not making any headway getting through this puddle.
Okay.
You just gonna stay there?
Can I do a spell with a verbal component when underwater?
If you can legitimately gargle it at me.
I can try and gargle. I'm not good at gargling.
That's why I did it.
Is that good enough, or do I need to try that again?
No, I definitely couldn't tell what that was, so no. Unfortunately, you did not succeed in casting whatever the frick that was.
I thought I successfully gargled Dimension Door, man.
Yeah,
Dimension Door.
I also
I thought you
understood
said
Dimension
you'd used
Door.
it last time.
Hey, one person understood my Dimension Door underwater.
I thought what you said. Well, I suppose Dee's also underwater, so maybe that is more acceptable. I thought you said you'd used all your Dimension Door last episode.
Oh shit, I have, yeah. Fuck, I can't do that anyway. What do I have
But-
slots of? I need something I have slots of that I can then try and gargle again.
D hasn't Dimension Doored, although this is now.
Well, let's hear Dee's version of it then.
Get your water, coward.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh no, this water's empty. Hang on.
Yeet.
Okay, I've actually filled my mouth with water, so I realized that wasn't what I was supposed to do. Hang on.
Just have a nice drink. Slurp, slurp.
Fine. Where are you trying to Dimension Door to?
Can we see Dusty?
You can see Dusty banging on the top of the puddle.
To Dusty.
You're gonna... Okay.
Can I come
you
through
both
with
going?
you, please?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
I can teleport with one person.
Cool. So you Dimension Door to just behind Dusty. There is just this cascade of water, which initially pushes some of the dogs back. And the two of you are going to be coughing and spluttering. You have about a second before you are set on by about 1,000 purple hellhounds.
Run!
Run.
Okay, I need a dexterity to get all of you off the floor then.
From each of us?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 11.
18.
17.
Okay, so you're all up and running. Where are you heading?
Away from the dogs.
Towards the
Away.
cart.
Straight down the street. You can't see the cart. You have no idea where the cart is.
We know it's somewhere within Dimension Door's distance, so it's within about 300 feet of here,
Theoretically.
theoretically.
In the opposite direction of the dogs.
Okay. Are you going like straight down the main street? Are you looking for side roads?
Brilmara's going to be no help on where to go. She's still a bit zoned out from overwhelming stress of underwater, so she's just going to be following the group.
I think Main Street.
Yeah, main streets make the most sense right now.
Can I get perception from everyone?
Yes.
21.
17.
11 seems to be my number.
I'm having surprisingly good rolls tonight.
Brilmara, Dusty, you see some sort of weird image down one of the alleyways. Like a square wave that then sort of flashed and vanished.
A what?
So like imagine a line that goes up and then
Mhm.
right and then down the same amount as it went up, and then it goes along the same amount that it went along previously. Then it goes back up, then it goes along again the same amount, and then it goes down the same amount.
It's not like there's sound waves that curve up and down, sort of like
Yeah.
a wave. It's that if it was made of squares.
With you. I
Um,
mean, I'm all for veering in that direction to see what the fuck it was.
yeah, I'm curious about it.
Cool. Okay. Well, you start heading down there. There is a sort of a noise as the hellhounds are now trying to squeeze more of them down this alleyway than there is room to, so you get a little bit of a head start, but they're coming again.
Okay.
It is dark and dirty down here, and it suddenly seems a lot longer than it was when you were out on the road.
Is this alleyway narrower than 30 feet?
That's like 5 people's width.
That's like 5 people's height.
That's what I meant. The width
I
of the
was-
thing is about 5
If
people's
they were
heights
lying
worth.
down, yes.
Oh, I
I
thought you
got
meant
what
if they were
you mean.
standing up. I was like, no, princess, that's
Like
great.
twice the width of this room, maybe?
Okay. It is less than 30.
Okay. Well, Moldarth can make terrain do shenanigans.
So you're making it rough terrain behind you?
I am going to make it shenanigan behind me.
Okay, shenanigans occur.
What is dirt but silly?
What if dirt but silly? It feels like the alleyway is starting to angle up in front of you.
Ah, exercise.
It's starting to feel like quite a steep incline, but you're charging down this alleyway, passing like empty boxes and bins, and like fire escapes there aren't any stairs and no part that you could reach from where you are, and just the constant sound of barking and braying and slobbering behind you.
Well, back isn't an option.
Can I get dexterity from everyone again?
Oh no. 11, 5.
13.
10.
Okay. Brilmara, you're following everyone, but Dee in front of you slips and rolls back down the incline and is immediately torn to pieces by dogs.
Oh, shit, fuck. Do any of us have, like, time travel spells? Who's got wish?
Dusty, you also slip and roll down and are torn to pieces by dogs. You feel them ripping through you, bits of you just coming apart, your bones snapping. Just everything about you just being taken apart. Brilmara, can I get a stress roll, please?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Crit
Bloody
23.
hell.
I
Okay.
am still numbed to fuck. I'm not even stopped, like, to turn back and try and save them. Just no, run, get the fuck away. I'm gonna need some downtime after this, but right now, that stress is for later. For
Okay.
now, actually, maybe that is a good way to play this out, is for now I am fine. When
There's
the
going to be a
situation calms
crash.
down, get those stress points anyway.
I think that's probably how we'll play it.
Yeah.
You are charging up this incline that just seems impossible, and you are now alone. The others are gone, and you see that sort of flicker of an image of like a square wave again. It's sort of vaguely green.
What would I have to roll to know anything about what the fuck this is? Or to even guess at what this is?
Roll Arcana.
16.
It's a badly cast spell,
Okay. How does...
like a really amateur cast
How does
spell.
this work? Would I have any idea if the spell is still being cast, or if it was cast and, like...
It's one of those, you cast the spell, this was the result, it was a bit shite.
Okay, so it's not like this is a concentration spell that
No.
I could counterspell away.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could try and counterspell it, I guess.
That's not the impression I'm getting, though, that this is ongoing. Because counterspell is specifically interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell.
Gotcha.
There needs to be a creature doing the spell right now.
I understand.
And I am still being chased imminently behind me by the dogs.
Yep. So as you're running
Yeah.
up this alley, like literally up this alley, you notice an open door on the right-hand side. This is the first door you've seen in a while.
Threw it and shut the door behind me.
You launch yourself through it, you go to spin round and shut the door behind you, but there's no floor, and you're just falling through empty space.
Oh, that's no good.
No.
That's bad.
You are falling and screaming, and there's a moment when it stops, and you feel every part of you in just absolute agonising pain.
How?
You wake up sitting in a tavern. It's empty, kind of big and dull. There's no one here. There's like some empty tankards on the table in front of you, all three of you.
Did we all arrive back here at the same time, or did we arrive back in a staggered manner?
You'd have to ask.
Well, I'm asking you, what to them, did I arrive after them?
Did we? Did she?
Nope.
I
You all
arrived...
woke up at roughly the same time.
Okay.
2 out of 10 on TripAdvisor.
Do not recommend.
Plenty of lively activities within range of the B&B. However, this is a little bit much and quite disruptive to trying to have an enjoyable holiday. The weather was foul and the local wildlife unfriendly.
Also, everyone has lost exactly half of their health.
Exactly half.
Half of their maximum.
Okay. Brilmara's gonna look to Dee, look to Dusty, see that they both appear to be okay, if a bit bashed and bruised, and just start to cry a bit. Not doing great.
Oh, Dusty does her a big scoop, picks her up into the tiny baby Brilmara position.
Dee will take Brilmara's hand and pat it.
Yeah, Brilmara got through all of that, and the stress did not stop her at the time, but catching up to her a little.
Yep.
Brilmara's tattoo's still doing a weird one.
Yes. It's almost as if none of that ever happened, but you all feel physically fucked by what just happened.
When you say it's as if none of that ever happened...
Well, I mean, you don't have any physical signs of injury, just the mental
Our
anguish.
spell slots haven't recovered or anything, no. Okay.
Is there any ketchup in this bar?
Roll investigation?
Roll to ketchup.
Roll to ketchup.
Also, just as an out-of-character question, do either of you have any spells for dispelling spells that are happening?
No, but I do have an 11 to ketchup.
No.
You get salad cream, like little sachets of salad cream, but it looks like they've run out of ketchup.
So last time we were here, Dee absconded with a bottle of brown liquor.
Yep.
Is that still in Dee's inventory?
Yes.
Okay. Can we go and can Dee go and check and see if that's been replaced?
Yeah, sure. It is still there.
Not in my inventory, in where Dee.
It is still in your inventory, and it is still in the bar.
Shenan indeed.
Shenan to the max.
When Dusty was checking if he would wake up and he stabbed his hand, is his hand still bleeding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, when I was falling for eternity, I've just realised a thing that I could have done, and I will try and remember to do next time if I am falling eternally again. I have an immovable rod.
You do?
That's very good for falling eternally.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. With the slightly bleedy hand, Dusty is going to knock off all the crap on one of the tables and start trying from memory to work out how to do the circle for Nightmare God. Because Nightmare God girlfriend is sad and feels powerful, not sad. And power comes from horrible ketchup monster. What if, instead of ketchup, was just different red sauce and we can go over it with mayo if it turns out that condiment is the problem? It's not smart, but he got the spirit.
So you're going to make it out of your blood rather than the salad cream that you found?
Yeah, he doesn't know whether it's sauce or red that matters.
Right, gotcha. Okay, let's have a...
Occasionally peeping at Brilmara as a quick cheat sheet for what things should look like.
Okay, let's have an arcana.
Untrained arcana.
17.
You.
It matters to Brilmara, it matters to Dusty.
I was about to say, because it's Brilmara and you care very much about her, you've locked this in, and you make... How big is this circle?
Like, you know the size of a decent pub table?
Right, yep.
The size of a decent pub table.
Right, and what are you doing when you've made it?
I'm going to just wave Brilmara sort of in the direction of it, like...
That was quite some relief on your face there. Brilmara will come over and try and activate the thing a bit shaky and not really feeling up to it.
Wisdom check?
Yeah. Right. That's a botch.
Nope. You are unable to perform the rites you would need to activate this circle.
Yeah.
Right, it's condiment, not red.
And it's about that moment that the whole room seems to just turn sideways.
Okay.
So what was the door is now on the ceiling, and you are all clinging to the booth you were sitting in, which is now about 20 feet up to the bottom.
What I'm hearing is it'll be really hard for a dog to reach us up here.
Speaking of reaching, you hear something sort of scratching at the door, and sort of something very, very large, like dragon scale large, breathing outside.
Okay. Brilmara's going to briefly use the immovable rod to try and get herself a bit more stable up here.
Mhm.
So she's got, something to maybe sit on. And is going to attempt to use the Lithic communication necklace.
Mhm.
Just to see, can I reach you wherever we are right now?
Okay. This afternoon I was like, I wonder if they'll try and contact Lithic. Maybe I should write something for that. Nah, they'll probably forget that exists.
I remember things.
I can't even remember Lithic's voice.
I will say, thank you, Becky/Dusty, for attempting a god contact. That did help get me on the right track.
For the record, Dusty's now doing a very shoddy job trying to spread mayonnaise at 90 degrees.
It's salad cream. It's not even as good as mayonnaise.
Dusty has no palate. He doesn't know.
Brilmara was too nervous to contact the scary god, but Lithic's been nice. Can handle a nice god.
Should have called Trash Boy then.
I mean, I was looking at the scrytome to be like, can I access Instagram in here?
Okay, you get the impression that the quote-unquote call has connected, but you're getting like a lot of cutout.
Hey, any chance, Lithic, that you know where I am right now? I'm getting a bad signal. Could you try standing in the hallway?
I'm now imagining like Brilmara holding the necklace and just sort of like spocking around the room, just like, I'll scan for a signal. Eventually, there must be another bar around here somewhere.
Exactly.
You're in a bar. Just one bar. Up to reality.
Sounded like reality?
Up to reality.
Other reality?
Up to.
Okay. Altered reality?
Up to reality.
Thanks, you've been super help. Does the scrytome work? Can I reach Trash Boy?
There is a massive bang. And the door above you clatters past. Can I get dexterity from everyone to avoid the door?
18!
21.
16 for once.
A large clawed hand with sort of red raw skin and very sharp talony claws starts to reach through the door and sort of fumble around inside. You get the impression a very large creature is reaching into the bar to try and grab something.
Is this like any creature that we've seen before? Dee might have seen
you
before?
recognize?
Brilmara's going to cast Cure Wounds on herself, just on the off chance that this place does exactly half max damage every time it kills, and not half of your current damage every time it kills. So Brilmara's going to heal just so that she's got slightly over 50% health, just in case.
Okay, got you.
That might have been a good idea.
The hand is getting closer.
Dee's going to fish out the tabaxi food that I still apparently have and throw it into the hand.
Let's have a dexterity, I guess, because it's a ranged weapon.
14.
Okay, so you sort of throw it towards the hand, which kind of grips onto it, and it moves it around in its hand. It buys you a few seconds, but eventually it just drops it and continues to sort of fumble around.
I'm going to try a different tact. I've not used my ring of storing yet. I'm gonna fire some boiling hot oil at this hand.
Ooh.
So that's 6 damage. And some 3rd degree burns.
So the hand recoils back momentarily. There is this unholy scream from outside. It seems to almost come from everywhere because the thing is so big. You've bought yourself some time.
Immovable rod.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna try and start climbing down to get out that doorway, or wherever the hand was coming through.
The hand is still up there at the top of the door. It's still within the room.
Okay, it's still within the room. Okay,
It's always down.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and get at least down so that I'm on a surface I can stand on.
Okay, so you're gonna start climbing down. Are you just gonna try and navigate the booths, or are you gonna tie rope to something?
Gonna go for the booths.
Okay. Can I get a dexterity roll?
10.
Okay, you manage to get down the first couple, but about 6 feet from the ground, you fall and take 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay. D
D.
is going to do something potentially inadvisable and shift into tabaxi form
Sure.
and then
And eat the food you threw?
just drop.
Oh, okay. Give me dexterity with advantage as you swish your tail to make sure that you land accurately.
Is that how they do it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
under 7
no.
stories, so you can't necessarily turn in the air. Oh, okay.
7.
You take 3 damage
Oh.
as you hit the floor sideways. Dusty!
Well, he's rather wasted his time with all the fucking salad cream now, hasn't he? Dusty attempts the scuttle down the booths.
Okay, let's get dexterity from you.
10.
Okay, you get, again, most of the way down, and you take 1 damage slipping and falling towards the end. Not so bad. Okay, down this end of the bar, there's like a darts board on the floor. There's seems to be a door to some toilets below you, and there's like some of those pictures you get on the wall in pubs, like this is what the town looked like a century ago.
Brilmara's
Doesn't
gonna
look much better.
Brilmara's gonna try touching the painting as if like Mario 64-esque go through the painting. Is that a thing? No? Okay.
I like your thinking though.
Right. Any windows or like obvious exits to the building that we can reach from down here?
I
No.
assume that the building turning sideways was the building being picked up.
D is thinking inverse world and is going to go inspect the toilets.
Okay, so you open the toilet door,
Uh-huh.
and you're just sort of going to try and drop through?
Yes.
Cool. So you kind of start to lower yourself through the door, and gravity shifts on you, and you're now sitting on the floor in some really nasty toilets.
No. It's like my
It is
word.
damp.
Oh.
The floor is damp
Gravity is the correct way around in there.
in that room, yeah.
Oh. Everything's okay in here, kinda.
Let's congregate in the gross toilets.
Okay. So entering the gross toilets, the light in here is sort of flickering. It's sort of nasty and it smells bad. There's questionable stains everywhere, and it looks like someone's been over the mirror with a Brillo pad. Like you can kind of see the outlines of yourself, but you can't make out any of your features.
So like most pub toilets then.
I was thinking like most old horror games. Nope, you're not having a mirror.
Look, rendering characters in a mirror is very difficult.
It is very difficult. I'm gonna try and smack one of these mirrors with the mace, just in case there's something behind it, something weird going on. I'm trying
Go
all
for
of the video game tropes
Go
here.
for it.
22 to hit.
You smash the crap out of that mirror. It shatters.
There's no like other world behind the mirror.
There's no other world behind the mirror, but you do sort of hear a sort of noise from the far end stall.
Dusty's
Investigate
in a
that.
fucking bad mood. He's going to just kick the stall door off. Oh, I botched.
You kick the door, it sort of slams against the wall, and then slams back and smacks you in the nose.
You know what? Fine, is in too much
For 2
mood
damage.
to care.
Brilmara's gonna nervously and anxiously open the door.
What you see inside is concerning. There is a body that looks like it's just been... like somebody's pulled its arms and legs out of its sockets and broken its neck, and then sort of posed it by jamming bits at weird angles.
Oh, like those artist mannequin things.
Kind of like a mannequin, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It is a bald figure, and it looks like the eyes have been hollowed out, and there appears to be something in one of the eye sockets.
What's in the eye socket?
Roll investigation.
10 on investigation.
Okay, so you reaching out for it?
Sure.
So you reach out for this thing, and you hear a noise very much like someone eating during a podcast,
Apologies.
but slowed down and like slightly echoey.
Echo doesn't eat during podcasts. They have manners.
And it looks like a little scroll,
Okay.
a small piece of parchment that's sort of bloody and gross.
What does it say on it?
You unroll it, and there is like a figure with a sword,
Right.
and they are like making. Then there's like a figure with a sword and like an arc where there's like like as if a cartoon was trying to say the sword has gone from here to here,
Okay.
and then the person is standing in front of like what looks like some kind of portal. The light is flickering and seems to be getting dimmer in here.
Brilmara, is going to take the access rod and try slashing it as shown on the scroll.
Nothing happened.
No, okay. Anyone in here?
As you say that, you start to hear, like, squelchy noises. Something moving nearby. Like, lots of something moving. Small something.
Dusty hits the floor to look under all the stalls at once.
Okay, how's your constitution for lying in what is essentially rust and tap water and pee that people have trampled around?
He's got a constitution of 4, a level
Cool.
of fucks akin to 0.
Okay, yeah, well, if that's how Dusty be.
I've only just thought about the realities of person made of dust which will soak up liquid.
Ew.
No.
Oh, Dusty's going to be a kind of piss slurry now.
Dusty will not get cuddles for a while.
Oh, Dusty.
Slurry.
Pissy lad, pissy lad.
Pissy lad.
He doesn't have a humiliation kink if we could just not.
Pissy lad, pissy lad. Dusty's living the dream. Okay, there is a sound. Dusty, you start to see that something is coming up out of the toilet. It looks like a lot of insects. Just a lot of insects is coming out of the toilet at the opposite end of, like, where you came in. And they're flowing up out of the toilet bowl and onto the floor and spreading out across the floor towards you.
Dusty conveys that in a tone akin to annoyed disgust.
Gross.
They're getting closer. They're quite large for bugs.
Man, this feels like a consistent theme.
Is there any kind of roll that I could do to be like, how would I stop it? Because it's clear that this isn't real, or at the very least is manufactured via magic. Any way to break a spell that is ongoing? Kind of roll that I would do to be like, do I know any other way of, not other than counterspell, of stopping magic?
You can roll Arcana.
14?
You haven't got a clue. This is far beyond yours. This is well above your pay grade. The bugs are getting closer. Like, they are within about a foot of you. You have about 6 sections of action to make a decision about what you're doing now.
So, are they by the door?
The bugs,
Yeah.
they're by your feet. They're all over the floor. You are at the far end of the toilet. They are hemming you in.
Okay. Dusty is going to try and pick Brilmara and Dee up and, like, plonk them on the top of the cubicle doors.
Okay.
Like, just on that little shitty narrow bit.
Mhm.
Would that be strength, or is it just a hefty enough lad?
I would let's say that your strength is enough to do that. But that is the end of your action, and you now have bugs crawling up you, and you can feel them biting you, and it hurts.
Dusty is going to run out of the bathroom.
Okay, as you get to the door, you feel the gravity shift again, so at this point you would have to climb. You are covered in big bugs. They are climbing up your arms and up your torso, and they are biting every part of you.
He's heading for the booze at the bar to try and just disgust them off of him.
So you pull yourself up out of the toilet, out of the bathroom, and start to, like, climb up, but you already have so many of these bugs over you. And they're crawling up your face and into your nose and into your mouth, and you can feel them chewing on your eyes, and you lose your grip on the booth and you fall in such a way as to go back through the toilet door and land, like, just in a pile of bugs. And Dee and Brilmara, you watch Dusty get just eaten by bugs. You're sitting on top of some toilet cubicles and bugs are trying to climb up the toilet cubicles.
Yeah, Brilmara's not coping well with this.
Yeah, let's have a wisdom check.
Yeah, I feel like it's time. Brilmara's not doing good. 18!
Jesus.
Just to check,
Yeah.
that weird twisted ouch person with the scroll in their eye?
Yeah.
Did they have any signs of life?
No.
Okay.
Because it sounded like someone made a shocked noise.
Yeah, can your mind brain talk?
Yeah. Awakened mind. Is there anyone whose thoughts I can hear?
Nope.
No.
How does Awaken Mind work, and what's your range on that?
You can communicate telepathically with any creature you can see within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, you get nothing from this thing.
Is that because I can't see it?
I mean, you are looking at the thing in the toilet.
Okay, must be able. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Brilmara's kind of frozen. She's not sure what to do. She's holding it
They
together,
are climbing further up the toilet cubicles. Dee, do you have anything?
No, just last ditch. Dee will pull the whip out and try and fend off the bugs.
So you're smashing a few bugs here and there, but they are getting further up. If anything, they're almost like filling this room like water,
Yeah.
climbing higher and higher, and before you know it, your legs are being chomped. And
No.
once they've got like onto your clothes, they're like climbing up, and you can feel them like climbing up inside your clothes and munching on you.
No.
And you both slip and just fall into this puddle of bugs, and you feel yourself being eaten. Can I get half of your, a quarter of your max HP?
So, okay.
Oh
So
dear.
not half of the current, but a quarter of the max.
A quarter of max. From everyone.
Okay.
Hey, guess what, everyone? You wake up in a tavern. There's like a few tankards empty on the table in front of you. There is no one else around.
Brilmara continues to not be feeling great.
Yeah, Brilmara's doing really badly. Can I get 2 psychic damage?
Okay.
You're stimming, I'm guessing, at this point.
Yeah.
Duster is going to text Trash Boy in the hopes that, maybe not trying to get words across. Just
Okay, you can't text for some reason because you can't read the letters.
Dee will take the opportunity to heal with Prayer of Healing, and that will hit the party.
Ooh,
15. Huzzah.
nice.
Is that each or split among us?
Each.
Ooh,
Okay.
fabby.
is the salad cream circle still there?
Nope.
Brilmara is going to, no idea if this is going to work, just try pleading as if whoever is doing this can maybe hear or tell what's happening to us, and just going to try to persuade them to at the very least communicate with us. So
Okay.
she's just going to go, look, whatever it is you want, I'm sure you'll have a better chance of getting it if you just tell us what you want. So just talk to us. I don't know why you're putting us through this, but what do you want out of us?
Everyone roll perception.
Perception, not persuasion. No.
8.
15.
12.
Brilmara, you kind of think you hear something that sounds a bit like a chuckle, like far away.
Yeah, something's enjoying fucking with us.
Duster is going to sit and have a think about who we've pissed off. This may take him several lifetimes, considering how short they are at the moment, but he's going to have a think. Would that be insight for if we've annoyed anyone that might do this?
Sure.
11.
If the Croaks could, beyond the grave, somehow enact their revenge upon you, I don't know, maybe them?
Probably not going to work, as discussed earlier, but Brilmara is going to attempt to cast Counterspell just in case.
Sure.
I'm attempting to counter all of this spell that is around us.
Nothing.
Yeah, thought as much. I would, however, be kicking myself if it turned out that was the answer, and I had, discussed it at length and not done it.
Would it be survival to hunt down the laugh direction?
You didn't hear it.
Oh, can I try that then?
You want to try survival? Okay.
Sure. 18.
It felt like it came from inside your head.
Awakened mind on my own brain.
You get like a loud feedback noise.
Yeah, that is not a good sensory experience, huh?
Probably not, I would imagine.
No. It's probably not helping with all the not good that Brilmara is going through here. I keep trying.
You do keep trying. You're not sure if it's just you, but this room feels bigger than it was a minute ago. Like, you're sure you could touch the floor? Well, apart from Brilmara. Like, you feel like you were able to touch the floor in the booth from where you were sitting?
Nothing's different to Brilmara. She's always does dangle legs.
She always does dangly legs. Oh, I wish I could still dangle.
It's fun to dangle your legs.
I know! I recall
There's
this
those benches we went to that are just about long enough for dangling legs. That was great.
That was great, yeah. Got to have a dangle.
Yeah, Brilmara's doing a big stress, so this is on you two.
This is on Dusty and Dee. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
What evidence have you got so far?
We seem to come back if we die, and there's a consistent theme of swarm of creatures overtaking in a wave-like fashion. I'm trying to just figure out if Dee would know if this is like recurrent dream sort of. Understand that this is like dream sort of things that are happening.
If you want to roll insight on that, I will let you roll insight on that.
Okay.
We know that theoretically we are within 300 feet of the van.
The cart?
The cart?
Theoretically,
That's the
yeah.
word I was looking for.
The mystery cart.
Yeah. Theoretically, we're within 300 feet of it, and we have the scroll with the slash and the portal.
So it's a picture, like a stick figure image of a person holding a sword up,
Yep.
and then there's like with the next panel is like with the sword down and like a line
Yeah.
to indicate an arc, and then they are standing in front of what looks like a tear, which is appears to be some kind of portal.
Brilmara's going to attempt this again, but now with the base.
Okay, it's a very weird moment.
Okay.
You stand in the middle of the room and hold the mace up in front of you and just slash it down in front of you. The mace is the ball with the pointy spikes on it.
Yeah, this is me assuming that this wouldn't work because it wasn't a sword.
It's really strange. The reality in front of you, just like as if it was a curtain and you just sliced through it.
Uh-huh.
And you can look around this tear, but there is very definitely a tear in reality that almost makes everything the other side of it look like it is just sort of slightly wobbly curtains blowing in the wind.
Ooh.
Brilmara wants out of here ASAP. She's going to try and go through that portal.
Brilmara's gone through the portal. And she's gone. She stepped through, she tore a hole in reality and stepped through it.
Follow me through, everyone.
Did it close?
Nope.
Then Dee will go right on after.
Uh-huh.
I take it that's an agreement from Dusty as well.
Yep.
You're standing in a hallway with like a black and white checkerboard pattern on the floor and these deep black curtains.
Are we in a Twin Peaks analog now? Are we in the red room?
It's black.
I know it's a different colour, but is that where we are?
It's a black room.
It's black. It's black curtains.
Okay. I suppose we're in Twin Peaks. Yay!
You're standing in a corridor.
Yep.
It's not very long. There are curtains on either side of you. There are curtains front and back of you.
Let's peek through some curtains.
Yeah,
Left
just
or
like
right?
Left first.
Okay. You peek through the curtains. The checkerboard pattern seems to go on and on and on into this room. And there is a couple of stools. It's almost like someone's recreated part of the tavern that you were just in.
Okay.
And can I get a perception from everyone?
7.
9.
5.
Nah, it's all good.
Everything seems
Okay.
good this way.
You gonna go that way or?
I want to know what's the other way.
Yeah, what's through the right?
Okay. It's weird. It's like you're almost looking at the same room, but from a different angle. You're much closer to the like mini setup bar. It does appear to be slightly different from how it was when you were looking from the other side.
Can we try perceiving in here?
You can try perceiving in there.
6.
10.
12.
Okay, Dee, you see that sort of weird flickering square wave shape again,
Oh,
just on the other side of the room.
Dee will point it out.
Okay. Were there other directions other than left and right to go?
You could have gone down the end of the corridor.
Should we see what's down the end of the corridor before we commit?
Yeah, probably.
What happens if Dusty gets a hand axe out and just go slash?
You slash at the curtains, and they just seem to sort of flow around it. So they continue to sort of fall and wave slightly as if there was wind, but there's no wind.
I meant the air.
Oh, the air? No, nothing like that now.
No cutting through portals in reality now.
Nope.
Well, Dusty's convinced that Brilmara's just better at things.
She does not feel better at things right now.
Oh, she feels very traumatized.
What's down the end of the corridor?
Left or right?
Down the end instead.
Yes, but down the end, left or right?
Down the end left?
Okay. It's like you're looking at the same room from the other corner.
Yeah.
Again.
Perception in this one?
Sure.
16.
Yeah, you think you see that glitchy thing on the opposite side of this room as well?
Is it in the same relative part of the room?
No, it's always on the opposite. Well, in these two places, it's been on the opposite
It's
side
been
of the room.
opposite to where we've entered.
Yes.
Not the same location relative to the bar.
Yes.
Okay.
Would it be inspection to go up and have a nosy at it?
Yeah, you can walk towards it. Wait, I mean, you can just walk towards it if you want to walk towards it.
I want to walk towards it. I want to investigate it with my eye meats.
Is anyone following you?
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
come follow.
Okay.
Let's stick together in a place like this.
Yeah,
Knock
you
it.
walk in. This room appears to be a large square room with these slightly flapping curtains. The floor sort of squeaks beneath your feet as you pass over it. The little mini tavern seems to be just like a little table and chairs. You get to the far side of the room and the little square wave shape flickers and vanishes. And as you come out the other side, you are standing in a corridor very similar to the one that you just left. Except at the far end, there is like a torso statue. No head, no arms. Just like a body of a person on a plinth.
Are those familiar titties?
Unfamiliar titties.
Unfamiliar titties.
Whose titties were you hoping they would be?
I don't know. Could have been familiar titties.
Could have been familiar titties.
Titty friend.
Oh, haven't seen these titties in a while. What
Oh,
you
titty
doing?
friend.
We'll go investigate this statue.
Yeah, let's go look at the titties.
It is a stone statue.
I kind of just want to destroy it at this point. I'm frustrated by it, this whole place. Pick it up, knock it on the floor.
So how long does my whip reach? 10 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay. If I go to the edge of the room, back to the... Can we tell which area we entered from? Can Dee tell which area?
Wait, so you... sorry. So you're
Mhm.
still in the previous room.
Oh,
I don't know where I've got a bit confused by what you're trying to do and where you are. Are
so
you still in the corridor with? Have you moved to the corridor with the others?
yes.
Okay, so what are you trying to do with the whip?
Dee wants to use it like a rope and
Okay. Do you not
ensure...
have a rope in your packs?
I think
Uh,
I've got a rope.
Oh,
Would you like to use my rope?
yes.
Are you trying to do the, leaving breadcrumbs behind you in the forest to, are we backtracking on ourselves thing?
Well, no. Dee wants to make sure that we're not going into... Dee believes that the room is the same and there's some kind of, like, reality bendy thing. And that's what Dee's trying to verify.
Right.
And not
okay.
that if I walk into the room and then walk into the next
Yeah.
area that
You're,
it's not
you're
just... Mhm.
Yeah, you're expecting to walk through the room once with the rope, then walk through a different room with the rope and see the first rope
Yes.
through the room. Cool.
Justa is on standby to help Brilmara knock the statue off if her tiny little fit of pique is not enough to help her lift the big stone thing.
Well, we'll deal with that in a... Brilmara's willing to wait for that.
Right. So, are you going back into the room, or are you going in, to see what's through the other set of curtains on the opposite side of this hallway, or walking down the far end towards the statue and checking either side then, or?
It's your plan, Dee. What do you want to do?
I got as far as I want to go through the rooms and try and see if the rope is there. I don't know.
So you're just working on this corridor for now?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going across the corridor or down the corridor?
Across.
Okay. So you look out, and again, it does seem to be sort of the tavern, but this is not the same tavern as the room that you've just left.
Mm-hmm.
This room, it's more like the booth than the stools and the benches. The stools and the little round tables. This is more like somebody set the booth up in here.
Okay. So it's pretty different.
From here, it is a different room.
Okay.
You can go through that room if you want.
Yeah, is there enough rope left?
Yeah, it's 100 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, there's enough that you can get through this room again and still have an end of it.
Okay.
So, what, you're walking diagonally across, or?
Yeah, Dee wants to preserve as much rope so it'll be straight lines as often as possible to inspect things.
Okay, so you're going diagonally across the room, and you find yourself yourself alone in a corridor.
Oh no, we're coming too.
Oh, okay.
We're
You're
not
hitting
splitting
the
the
I thought
party
you were
in
doing
this.
the thing with the statue.
That is not so important that I would split the party at this moment.
Cool. Do you find yourself in a corridor? It's very similar to the first one. It doesn't have a statue in it.
Okay. So it is
Yeah,
a mysterious maze sort of thing.
Brilmara is terrified of party splitting right now. She is not leaving anyone. Gotta keep safety people around.
No lost friends.
No lost friend.
Okay. How much of the rope is left?
About 10 feet. You won't get down this corridor.
Trying to see. I don't see that I have a knife. Oh, I have a mace though. Dee will wrap the remainder of the rope around the mace and then just kind of leave it here, and then
Okay.
follow the rope back to the starting point.
Okay, so you, having walked into this corridor holding the rope, all of you joined in this corridor. You walk back into the room and you notice that the rope starts to lift off the ground about halfway or about a quarter of the way across the room. And hanging from a ceiling you can't see is a noose made of the rope.
Oh. What are your thoughts, Dusty?
Dusty has defensively picked up Brilmara because it feels like just being made into a teddy bear may help her a little bit. Just feel a nice.
Who is this
secure,
more for?
even-
I can't tell.
Brilmara's not coping well.
No.
This is bad.
No.
Can I get a perception from everyone, please?
Brilmara have to perceive this. 17, she perceives this.
Botch. Dusty perceives only a tiny sad Brilmara.
21.
Dusty is too busy looking after Brilmara. Brilmara is pretty sure she sees that sine wave thing again, and Dee is pretty sure that's some kind of snake.
What, the noose? Or the sine
The
wave?
sine wave, the square wave thing.
Some kind of snake.
Sneaky
Yes.
snake.
A
Define
badly conjured snake.
We just stabbed the snake.
You haven't
badly
caught
conjured
it.
Snake.
Oh, well, if it's a
Is
snake,
this
then...
glitch snake?
Oh, I have speak with animals.
Yeah.
You do have speak with animals.
Hey,
Hey, you.
snake? Question mark?
Snake is on the other side of the room. You don't have to look at the non-ceiling.
Okay.
Um,
Hey, snake friend?
You get the feeling the snake's doing like a shifty look.
How are you?
Not friend.
Okay,
And
sorry.
it leaves.
Didn't mean to assume friends. I'm sorry. Hey, just snake. Hey.
It's leaving through the opposite corner.
Okay, so I can communicate with the sign, with the square wave.
Is it glitch snake?
Dusty has no way of knowing what that means.
But I know.
I don't think I know what that means.
I believe that you should. Nick thinks he knows what it means.
The familiar from the one shot, the badly rendered snake.
Oh.
Oh, right. I know a
Ah.
dickhead that has a badly rendered snake.
Well, I can communicate with Glitch Snake.
We did, didn't we? Or you did already.
Yeah, and then it buggered off.
Okay, should we follow it?
I think so. I think that's the plan.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, so we're gonna try and follow that snake.
So you're gonna go following after the snake.
Yeah,
Okay, so you walking, running.
walking. Don't want to scare this thing away.
You walk across the room, and you're back in the corridor with the statue.
No nooses in this one.
No nooses in this one.
Okay.
Just
Also,
a-
Nick, don't forget to take that mace unless you're leaving it behind.
yeah, no, Dee will take the noose and rope and just pull it back and kind of grumble about the plan, but glitch snake it is.
Dusty's going to take Brilmara over to the statue so that she can just, from the vantage point of being taller than normal, give it a little push on the top and hopefully send it crashing to the floor and feel tiny powers.
Go try and push
She knows
it.
that feeling tiny powers makes her feel better.
Let's have a strength check.
8.
It's very heavy. You do not move it.
Can Dusty assist, like, just nudge it a bit?
Just on the sly.
20.
Just a little nudge. Yeah, you smash the crap out of this thing. It goes flying through the curtains, and you hear it smash, and you hear a scream, and the curtains in front of you really start to billow as if there is a wind coming from behind you. And you can see this checkerboard pattern going on forever. The curtains lift around you, and rising out of this statue is... it's sort of red and fluffy. Like it has, I don't know, something very tall and sort of frilly. Very red and frilly.
Hmm.
And it's making a whimpering noise.
Brilmara's going to attempt to talk with animals?
It's not a beast, so you
Okay.
get nothing from it that way.
No, does it know Common, Dwarvish, Deep Speech, or Undercommon?
Suck it and
If I
see.
try each one of those in succession.
Suck it and see.
I try each of those languages.
Oh.
Hi!
A frightening snake face, like almost skeletal, looks up and hisses at you.
Awakened mind, because that can communicate with anything with any language.
Roll initiative.
Oh no.
Ah, okay. 21.
Can't believe my initiative has never improved. 15.
13. I'll take the original 13.
You don't want the botch?
I won't trade up for the botch, no.
No, you won't trade up for the botch. Nick, can I get another roll from you, please?
Yeah. 6.
Brilmara, you're up first. There is a angry-looking, frilly skull snake.
Brilmara's going to attempt to awakened mind communicate with it before anything else. Hey. Hi.
I am going to destroy you.
I'm very sorry. We will leave if we can.
Oh, you can't. My job is to keep you here, and now I'm going to destroy you.
I'm sorry to ask. Just so I understand what's happening here. Who's asked you to keep us here and to kill us?
I am one of the oldest serving priests for the cult of Vile.
Oh, Vile's rad. Real cool, Vile.
I am well aware of who you are and what that hat is.
Oh, are you aware of what that hat is? I don't believe you. Why don't you tell me what this hat is? Because I don't believe you know. Attempt at deception.
Roll deception.
Because I want to know what this hat be. 24 in deception. I totally know what this hat is. I don't think you do.
She looks nervous now. You can have inspiration for that.
Okay, but she's not spilling her...
She's not forthcoming.
She's
But
not
she does
forthcoming.
look nervous now that you've convinced her that you know what the hat is.
Yeah, okay.
Is that it? Is that your move?
Can you describe again physically what this thing looks like?
It looks like a snake skull-headed thing made of red lace.
Okay,
Floofy red lace.
Brilmara is going to attempt Vampiric Touch. So that's a 20 to hit?
Yep, that hits.
Right.
You have to touch it though, right?
Yes.
Ooh, it feels cold.
As a lich tends to do.
And a snack.
And a snack.
Double cold.
Or would it be warm?
Okay,
No.
so I deal 11 damage and gain 5 health back. And I now just get to keep doing this every turn until there's some consequence that stops it, I think.
Dee!
It's Whippaker time. 15.
That's a miss.
No. Alright.
Swishes over her head. She rises up now, and you can see, in life she must have been a Yuan-Ti. A big, poofy dress-wearing Yuan-Ti. And she, so Vampiric Touch is a
Concentration.
spell.
Up to a minute of vampire attacks.
What level is that?
Level 3.
Okay. Yeah, that, she counterspells that and breaks it.
Wait, I counterspell that counterspell. Because counterspell's a level 3, I know that, so I can counterspell your counterspell.
Go for it.
Yay! I'm still vampiring.
Okay. So there are some cards in the discard pile now. Everyone's got less in their hand.
Everyone's used their counter traps.
Dusty, what do?
Dusty very gently puts Brilmara down.
Keeping a, pointy end away.
Mm-hmm.
Like the blue touched paper and retire.
Then flies into an absolute screaming rage and makes 2 Warhammer attacks at 13 and a 9.
They both miss.
Are you sure? He's very angry.
Apparently he's so angry he missed twice.
What a dick.
Brilmara, there's a large floofy Yuan-Ti in front of you.
Continue to vampire. So that's 10 damage, and I gain another 5 health back. And Brilmara is going to attempt to... how do I want to play this? Brilmara kind of wants to try and intimidate this creature now that she knows that, whatever this hat do, it's scary. I wants to try and intimidate the snake into backing off a bit.
Okay.
Or to maybe,
What skill is intimidation?
it's a charisma skill.
Go for it.
Okay. Can I use my inspiration for that?
If you want, yeah.
So that's 14. Is that intimidating enough?
Yeah. On top of the deception.
Yeah, for me to potentially go
She's-
hey, do you want me to ruin your shit?
She is looking a bit cowed. Dee, it's on to you.
Dee feels really good about the possibility of this spiritual godly whip hurting. So, god damn it!
Also misses. 14 misses.
Before we switch, can Dee identify that it's a lich?
Sure. Yep. That's literal, right?
Okay,
Red robes, skull head. That's a lich.
excellent. Then
That's how lich do.
Dee will try something
It's
different
just like
next
in the
time.
monster manual.
Just like in the monster manual. Excellent.
But Frelia.
Yes. The lich is looking very nervous about the existence of Brilmara and the fact that she seems to understand what a hat do. So she's gonna not attack this turn. Dusty,
Dusty is going to attack with 2 attacks this turn.
redeem thyself.
12 and a 21.
1 hits.
Yes.
Guess which?
8.
And we're back to Brilmara.
Can Brilmara do something good to roll to dig deep and try and work out? Hey, hat, what the fuck are you? Can I awakened mind with the hat?
Roll insight on the hat.
Roll insight on hat. Okay, come on. 15 to insight on hat.
The last time you did something amazing with the hat, you were dabbing.
Okay. Can Brilmara dab into her vampire touch?
You've already started, Brett.
Okay, we'll have to start a new spell, potentially. Okay. Brilmara's going to dab into a witch bolt.
Go for it.
12.
No, that is a miss.
That's disappointing.
You're telling me. D.
So, I was rereading the spells, and apparently positive energy no longer works as harmful on undead, so Dee's backup plan in character also works because Dee's not the best at studying, so... Whip! Oh, finally, 23.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's roll damage on that.
Excellent. 6.
12 damage. Lovely. Yeah, your spiritual weapon does seem to be doing something to the weird undead thing.
Ha!
The lich is going to... How's your health, Dusty?
35?
Dexterity save, please.
21.
Oh, okay, you take 15 damage. Dusty,
Mm-hmm.
it's your go. You are slightly glassy around the edges.
Sucker.
Silicate lad.
Pissy silicate lad to the rescue.
Silicate lad.
Dusty misses.
He makes crunchy noises as he swings and grinds himself back into dust. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but there we go. Brilmara!
Let's dab into witch bolt one more time. Come on, I've got such a nice bonus on that. 17, does that hit?
It does hit.
Okay. I'm presumably gonna hopefully do something really cool in a second. Okay, so that's 7 damage.
It should be 7 damage.
How much damage is it?
You slide into this perfect dab, and from your fingers crackles, like, you feel the crackle of, witch bolt coming, blue.
Yeah, blue lightning
Blue
fingers.
lightning come out, but like almost as it leaves your fingers, it arcs out and open into this just giant beam.
Am I
of
doing a
blue
big
energy.
Kamehameha here?
I haven't seen whichever
It's
show that's
big,
from.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Big energy from hands.
I was thinking, is it Street Fighter 4? The supers in that.
Oh, yeah.
The like screen filling supers in that. Yeah, one of those. There's like all the anime lines coming up behind you.
Cool.
I imagine there's probably a scream,
Yeah.
maybe.
More scream of, oh god, what are my fingers doing?
Her dress just melts into shadow. She's just a silhouette in the air, but you see like the skull is the last bit to go. Like you see the body, and then just shredded down to just snake skeleton, which is just long tube with arms because you want tea.
Yeah.
And then just everything just fades to dust, and it fades to dark. And you're in the room with the checkable pattern floor, but you're not. It's all sort of fading, and you start to notice like trees around you and like stones. Like sometimes when you go through forest, they put like stones either side of the road so you can like tell where you are staying on the road. And looking around, you start to see that the cart is behind you.
Oh.
And you're all standing in this sort of like a lay-by almost. in the middle of these woods, and there is a smashed statue in front of you on the floor in pieces.
Are the piggies doing okay?
You can go and talk to them if you want.
Hey, piggies. I hope we've not been gone too long.
Have carrots.
Yeah, have carrots. How long have we been gone?
2 food.
Oh, that's
no.
quite a long time.
More carrots.
More carrots.
Maybe 3 food even.
More carrots. Friend?
Maybe 4 food.
No.
Oh,
Friend?
worth a try.
It was worth a try.
Friend.
Yay!
Have carrots.
Puts one singular extra carrot on the floor.
Does the broken statue stay thing?
Yeah, it's still there.
Does it say anything on it?
Nope.
What does it look like?
It looks like that statue that you broke. Although you don't imagine that statue would have sustained this much damage falling on a forest floor.
So, Brilmara has had a time in there. A lot happened, a lot was very bad, and then suddenly she did infinity laser magic. She's just, without a word, she's just gonna go have a lie down in the back of the cart.
Oh, that makes sense.
Just gonna curl up a little bit in the back of the cart, just think,
Puff comes and gives you a little pat.
Apparently my hat's magic.
Oh, we can do
Magic
that.
dab hat. I didn't realise it was this big of a dab hat, magic dab hat. I was drowning.
It's late
Mm-hmm.
and you get some sleep. And in the morning is a bright and sunny day. And are you gonna check over the statue anymore before you leave?
Yeah, I'll give it an investigate.
D will go.
13.
4.
11.
Brilmara is still a bit stressed, but has all her HP and spell slots back.
Everything was a lot.
Dusty notices some runes carved on what would be the inside of this statue. It seemed like it was hollow, mostly, like it was some kind of container. And it has the runes for the name Squiggle in it.
Well,
Sounds like a dick.
Sounds like a massive dick.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of failed wizard that would end up becoming a lich.
Mm-hmm.
So you get in the cart.
And like one of those cheap roadside liches as well, like not even a good town centre lich.
Like a mole lich.
Mm-hmm.
You head off on the road, and just to the side, like you've gone less than 100 yards, and you notice a little wooden sign by the side of the road that says "Welcome to Napping." And as your cart is going through it, you've recognized this place. This is where you've spent the last 2-3 lifetimes.
oh, this is the place with the pub.
This is the place with the pub.
Oh.
Let's.
Everything's been burnt down at some point in the past.
Oh.
Okay, so we were. That location was within about 300 meters of where the cart was. 300 yards where the cart was.
If you were actually in Napping.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you head through Napping, but it doesn't look like there's anything here anymore. And you trundle out the other side. It's much smaller than it seemed in that nightmare world.
Romara's going to try and avoid looking outside the cart while we're in here. Just bad times.
It was a bad time for whatever happened to this town. Trundling out the other side, you see a little hill, and on top of the hill, it looks like there was once some kind of monastery, which again has just burnt down. And you keep trundling on up north.
As we trundle through the town, can Dee just look around, investigate a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Wow, 3.
You think it looks less like the napping in the dream than it was.
This wasn't the right place.
This isn't the same place. I don't know what you two are on about.
You all so silly.
I've never been here before.
What does a 16 get, Dusty?
This is exactly the place you were before. You recognise where the others fell in the puddle. You recognise where you were eaten by dogs up an alleyway, although the alleyway seemed much shorter.
But there's nothing good here, or nothing worth having.
There's an old tree that has burnt down, and it seems to have like some fungus on it, and just hanging just outside the edge of town, and it kind of looks like a weird red clawed hand reaching out towards the road as you trundle past.
Ooh, I'm having that.
But we're just gonna hack the branch off the tree.
Yeah.
Seems ominous.
Sure, go hack a branch off.
What do I add to my character sheet? Plus one weird hand branch.
Weird red hand branch, and I'll try and remember what that means. Maybe brackets napping.
Napping branch.
And so, with your napping adventure over, you trundle out the other side of town and continue heading north. Thank you very much for joining us. I have been the mistress of this dungeon. I am Jane Aerith Magnet. I can be found on Twitter and YouTube as Maniac Janiac. I'm on SoundCloud as Jane Aerith Magnet, where you might be listening to this now. I'm also on stonemonkeyradio.blog, where I write things, twitch.tv/Janiac, where I stream on Tuesday and Thursday nights, janiac.redbubble.com, where you can get one of my fantastic t-shirts, and patreon.com/stonedmonkeyradio. As little as $1 a month would be super helpful.
Hi, this is Nick, and you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and stream at the Nick Flair. And if you'd like to read some media analysis and self-reflections that I'm writing, you can follow my blog at storieswithnick.blog.
I'm Laura. You can find me at Laura K. Buzz everywhere on the internet. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Patreon. That's the one that pays the bills. LauraKBuzz.com. I do a series on YouTube every Friday called Accessibility, where I talk about video game industry accessibility and representation. I've got a bunch of books. There's Uncomfortable Labels, which is out now. It's about being gay and trans. There is Things I Learned from Mario's Butt, which is coming out on February 4th. It's an illustrated, silly and serious coffee table book of video game character butt reviews. And there's Gender Euphoria, which is an anthology of non-cisgender people's stories of euphoric moments they had in regard to their gender, which is going to be out at some point in the future when it's written. There's also podcasts. There's Pixel Squirt, which is a video game pornography discussion podcast with Mari and Stacey from Geek Remix. There's Dice Funk, which is another D&D podcast. I'm on seasons 3, 4, 5, 6, and season 7. They're all self-contained seasons. And there's Podquisition, where we talk about whether your favourite video games are great or perfect.
I'm Becky. I can be found as @Becky2Ill on Twitter. The last series that we recorded, Battle of Designated Heroes, can be found under Curiosity Epidemic on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts.
See you again sometime. Oh, bye!
Bye.